Hi, I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Collective Mind, and I am a little bit weirdo. And I'm here with Onyx, my fiance, and host Primal Pack. I think. Hello. Hello. Hello.
If I don't say anything, they won't know I'm here. It'll be a secret.
Okay, it's a secret. We're gonna react to more Sanders sites. This one is Moving On Part 1, Exploring Nostalgia. So this is another Part 1, Part 2 thing. So Part 1 is today and Part 2 will be either the next topic video or the one after that. I'm not sure yet. But it should be either the next one or the one after. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is the part of the video where I usually lead off with some sort of silly, out-of-context joke, but by now you already know the drill. His name's Bill.
Hi, Bill.
What is up, everybody? Oh, that wasn't good. I'll tell you what's up with me. I feel like a raging dumpster fire.
Me too.
I want to really get going and deliver this video with the same pep and bounce that I usually do, but I don't know. I mean, like, when you're feeling sad, you're feeling sad. I'll take...
So, I just realized this is perfect video film right now because I'm feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having trouble seeming like excited and interesting for the video. And I think that's why I got it weirdo.
Yeah, I'm never interesting though, so it's normal
Yes,
for me.
you are. Also, reaction videos to things that I really like Sanders Sides, are easier for me to do when I'm not feeling good and not feeling happy and stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still like these things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Virgil has something to say.
Big redundant statements for 400. Wait, am I the first one to show up? That's not good. Yeah, Virgil, I'm not feeling that great today. No? Yeah. Yes. Wait. No. Yes meaning no, or yes meaning you're feeling good? No. Yes as in I agree with the first statement. My first statement was about your redundant statement. Not that first statement. You can only have one first statement, Thomas. All right. Starting over. I feel bad. Okay. Is that okay?
Sometimes we have conversations like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we'll say something, like figurative or roundabout or something like that. Like not directly say exactly what we mean. And then when you ask us what we mean, we like try to defend and explain what we said, still without just directly saying what we mean. And it's unhelpful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's just nothing's coming up. You're ahead of schedule. You got no complaints from me. That's nice. Never mind, I do have a complaint. You're behaving strangely. Oh, well, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to kick in here for a sec. Thomas, you're wasting time on this YouTube video, so you better start getting into your dilemma and stop putting it off for later. I've just been thinking. Thinking? About what? Guys. What else is new? And dolls. Oh, I thought we were done with this. Can everyone else get in here, please? I am not equipped for this.
So, that feels familiar to me, like from a DID perspective, about, like, someone's like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you having so much trouble? And then they're like, oh, this thing. and it's like a trigger thing or a trauma thing or whatever, and they're like, oh no, I need more backup for this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody get up here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Code red, flashback. Code red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize that everyone meant only one.
Patton and Roman are preoccupied.
Ah, helpful. Thomas, care to explain? I've been thinking about guys and dolls.
Yes, I'm well aware. Thomas, it is time to move on. I feel like I'm... Listen to me. I feel like I'm nearly out of productive things to say on the matter. I'm just frustrated. Frustrated. I'm sad. Patton, are you still wearing that cat onesie from the previous video? No, I literally put it back on, just meow. Well, that's just perfect. Perfect. You know that's not what I meant. We already have one situation we have to deal with, and I told you that's not a practical garment.
You can try to knock me down, Logan, but I will always land on my feet.
Like a cat! I got it! Thomas, you write down all of your thoughts and feelings in an eloquent letter and deliver it to him in a basket full of his favorite things.
Maybe.
Whoa, what?
He's been brainstorming all day, and he has yet to come up with one productive, non-creepy idea.
I'm not...
I don't know what's going on.
You're not supposed to yet, but I do. It's also very, very common for different authors to have very different perspectives and stuff on how to handle a situation. I think we've said that in previous Sandra's Eyes reactions, but that's one of the things about this series that is very accurate for DID. Even though they're not trying to be accurate for DID, they're still one of the best representations out there, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And especially for there to be like some more extreme perspectives and some perspectives kind of more in the middle. That's really common too.
Creepy, I'm joking, alright? You just don't understand love. I understand that it's making you act pathetic. Somebody say cat aesthetic? Take it off. Oh, that old cardigan just weighs me down. That's patently absurd. Surely the onesie is heavier. Would have been funnier if you said patently.
So, okay, I know I'm wearing Rogan's consultating cap, but I'm mad at Rogan for that, because Patton's having a struggle. He already accidentally said he was sad instead of he was dad, and he is trying to cope by doing things he likes with puns and a cat onesie. He's trying to do calming, feel-good things. And Rogan is just being like, bap, 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 don't do those things. And that's very meany butt.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, like, the good things to do to help. This is a feelings problem. And
Yeah. But
Logan
it's
is
luck.
bad at solving feelings problems. He just kind of tries to push them away.
Yeah.
Or invalidate them. Like, that's not a real problem. That one doesn't matter. I'm wearing my Patton t-shirt in support of him for this video.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Did you have something to say?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Can we all just focus on the issue with Thomas? Ugh, I can't believe I'm the one corralling you guys.
Indeed. The situation we all seem to be aware of by now is that Thomas is once again thinking about guys. Well, yeah.
What else is new?
And dolls. Guys and Dolls, the musical.
Oh, wow. That too.
What about it, though? I mean, it's a fine show, but aren't there more important things to talk about? Or better shows? There's a Harry Potter play. We just did Harry Potter. You want to talk about Harry Potter play? Patton, you know full well what it means when Thomas is thinking about Guys and Dolls. I don't know what it means. Sue me.
Oh, I get it. That was a song from Guys and Dolls.
Believe me, Logan, if anything serious is ever eating at Thomas,
I'll know. There's another one. You're on a roll.
Why don't we just call him? You know, we can call him right now.
Stop. Text them.
Roman, sit down. You're rocking the boat.
Oh my God, you too.
The dominoes were all set up. I had no choice but to topple them.
Logan, that joke was just the cherry on topple. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Bad.
Not my best. It wasn't my best.
I'm seriously so tired of being the taskmaster here today. Can we...
Right. Thomas, why are you still feeling so dejected over something that transpired months ago?
Don't police feelings. You don't have control over your feelings, just how you respond to them. And don't judge feelings either. It's unhelpful. If he's still feeling things about something that happened months ago, it's because it's a big deal to him, even if it's not a big deal to you. I'm feeling really good raw at Logan. He has some character development to do.
Yeah, definitely. But also, it's a common problem for people who are incredibly logical to communicate with those that aren't incredibly logical or literal. And, figurative people are another big issue for people who are literal all the time. Because it's really hard to communicate when you don't know what they're saying or understand what they mean sometimes. And you get the wrong idea from it. That's a common issue that Sid has sometimes with you guys, is just because he's very problem solver mentality and not very feelsy because we weren't raised to have feelings.
Yeah, he is good at doing caretaker things if he knows that's what someone wants. But he does jump to problem solving first a lot of the times.
Yeah, which is great for kids, not so much for adults.
But he gives really good hugs. So do you. You both give really good hugs.
He gives good hugs. He also gives decent advice, if that's what you're looking for. The thing we all struggle with is just, being there for someone emotionally, because we don't know what that entails, and we feel like we're doing something bad if we just sit and listen to someone say their problems, and then say, oh, I'm sorry that you're struggling, or that sucks, or your feelings are valid. Feels like a cop-out, we don't care.
I get that, but that's why it helps you guys a lot if we are self-aware enough to tell you in advance that that's what we want, that we just kind of want to vent about something or get our feelings out. We just want to unload something on you and then cuddle. You know what I mean? It helps a lot if we can be can I just vent something to you and you just listen and then give me hugs? Because then you know that that's what we're asking for, and so you don't feel like you're just not bothering to problem solve. Yeah.
And that can be a lot of what Logan feels too, or goes through. Because that's a very common thing I'm learning.
I'm sorry, guys. I really am. It's just... When you've been in a relationship as long as I was, it's hard to let go of those feelings. I don't know why, but it is not a problem that is so simple that it can be solved by standing here talking with you.
Well, maybe we don't have to let go of those feelings. There must be some sort of way to recapture the past.
Do you have any chill?
Actually, Roman may be onto something. He is? I am. Well, in a way. I don't mean resurrecting a long-dead relationship, so to speak. So you're not talking about rekindling the fire with our former flame? I'm definitely not talking about that. What do I look like, a Boy Scout Scoutmaster? I'm speaking in reference to reflecting on what once was. A bittersweet longing for the past can yield positive results.
I mean, I can say the only way that I'm making myself feel better is by remembering the good times.
A 2013 study authored by Win-Yi Chung, Erica G. Hepper, and 4 of their colleagues found that not only can nostalgia make one feel better in the moment, it also has the potential for making them feel more optimistic about the future. And what better way to bring people together than by relating to one another's nostalgic memories? Say, that's a good idea for bringing together you...
Don't.
It's called a joke. Dude, have you ever heard of it? I mean...
In what way would it do that, Logan?
You can let your past motivate your present. There were good times. You accomplished much. You won medals. Won hearts?
How do you feel about nostalgia?
I don't know. I'm also still really confused about this, because I didn't know that Thomas was in a relationship that they got broken up with.
So yeah, I'm gonna clarify that Thomas has said before, like outside of these episodes, he said before that he's playing a fictional character that's loosely based on himself, and that some of the stuff, like some of the dilemmas and stuff, if not all of the dilemmas, are not actually things that he's going through.
I mean, in general, like, from the last video to this one, I didn't know that, and they had never
Right.
specified that at any point.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels odd, and I don't understand it. It feels like there's a piece of the story missing, like there was a video that got skipped or something.
We did skip videos, but none of them pertain to this.
Wait, we skipped other Sander sides?
Yep.
I thought we were going through these in order.
I skipped some of the early ones. I was really excited to get to later ones, and I skipped some ones that I didn't think I had as much to say about in terms of DID. Ones that had less character development and stuff. I think as possible I might end up going back to them later, once we catch up, because sometimes it takes a while for new Sander Sides videos to come out. So we could go back to those in the meantime. But yeah, I did skip some.
Oh.
But none of them have, this backstory. This two-parter is self-contained in terms of plot.
As far as nostalgia goes, that's a complicated thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because on one hand, I like the thought of nostalgia because it's thinking of good things. But on the other, I don't, because those good things are inherently tied to negative things, and while I appreciate the good times, there were very rare times where, our dad would do something or someone else would, and we'd smile or laugh for a second. And while that is technically a positive moment, overall, I don't want to think about him in general. And I don't like thinking about those situations or the time period in general, and it's kind of crap. It's fine if other people have it. I don't like it as much because it's always melancholic and meh.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I was gonna say is, for us too, a lot of good things are very closely tied to bad things, and so it's really hard to start thinking about the good things without triggering ourselves into thinking about bad things. And sometimes it can happen kind of slowly, where you don't even realize you're starting to think about bad things until it's too late. Also, a lot of times, like if I currently feel bad and I'm thinking about good things from the past, it makes me feel worse because the good things aren't happening right now, and I feel like the current bad time feels too permanent. So it feels like I'm looking back on the only good things that will ever happen for the whole rest of my life. And they're over already, you know? Or it's like rubbing in my face a good thing when no good things are happening right now. It's more helpful for me to try to like add good things to right now based on things that I know I've enjoyed before. So like I'll watch something that I like, or I'll color, or things like that.
Yeah.
Or hang out with you and play a game I like. Yeah.
Let those positive checkpoints inspire you to keep going for more. But what if looking at the past makes him feel kind of iffy about the present?
Yeah, do you really think it's a good idea for him to be soaking in a big old tub of the past?
Well, granted, there have been many different views on the concept of nostalgia. As recently as the 80s, a psychoanalytic theorist described extreme nostalgia as debilitating, but since then, a great deal of research has contradicted this. It's perfectly normal for humans to nostalgize. They do it at least once a week.
Yeah, I remember my grandma used to pull out this old scrapbook each weekend.
You see, even now, he is feeling nostalgic about an instant in which he felt nostalgic. Incredible. Say, what about a scrapbook filled with all the good times with... No. Look up the word joke in the dictionary, Jack Smellington. From what I can gather, Tom...
Is that something that people in your system do sometimes? When someone has a strong negative reaction to something they suggest, do they get kind of defensive and deflecting by saying they were just joking? Like, obviously I wasn't serious, I was trying to make a ridiculous suggestion.
It's a gaslighting manipulative tactic.
Wait, that's true.
It's one of those, oh, I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck I want, and if it gets a negative reaction, oh, wait, I was just joking. Don't take it seriously. Like, what
It's
the fuck?
one of the ways to do
Don't
that.
be so sensitive. God, it's just a joke.
Yeah,
God,
another
people
really
can't take
common...
a joke. Snowflakes.
Another
like
really
that.
common one that serves kind of the same purpose is just denying that you said it at all, even if you just said it, or saying that's obviously not what I meant, like things like that, like kind of twisting your own words. Yeah, that's a really good point. Thank you for pointing that out to me, because that had not occurred to me. I'm really bad at recognizing gaslighting still.
It's fine. It's also like saying, no offense, but the outfit you're wearing kind of sucks, or...
No offense, but insert offensive statement here.
Yeah, shit like that. It's giving yourself an out and letting yourself be able to say the negative thing without having to suffer the repercussions, because
and without taking
it's just
accountability.
A joke. Like, yeah, this thing's super creepy. I'm not a creep. It was totally just a joke. Like, you don't have to be worried about me at all.
Yeah, it's also a way of invalidating someone's feelings in response to what you said or did. Of like, you're so overreacting because it's like the opposite of taking accountability for it. Yeah.
Thomas is already experiencing that bittersweet longing for the past. I say that instead of fighting him on this and creating a more distressing headspace in the process, we allow him to indulge in those memories.
He even used the word headspace. That's one of the words people use for inner world. The plot thickens. Okay.
Perhaps that will help him to understand that circumstances can improve. Can and will. Can. Let's not jump the gun here.
Can they?
Of course they can. if you've previously experienced stretches of time during which you felt fulfillment and happiness, then the idea that you could experience something similar in the future is not inconceivable. It's happened in the past, therefore it's decidedly not impossible.
I have Anna's consent to share this, but what Patton is doing reminds me a lot of something Anna has done a lot in the past, because she decided at some point that her job was to be the happy, optimistic one. She's supposed to be the ball of sunshine and stuff, but she doesn't always feel like that. But she has put a lot of pressure on herself before to act like it, even when it's not true. And it's really hard to do that, and it's not good for you. Just pushing all the feelings down doesn't help. It doesn't make them go away. A lot of times it makes them bigger. The feelings get angry for being ignored and they come back with a vengeance.
I'll be the first to admit this isn't the resolution I'd like us to settle on, but I don't have much else to add. Whatever can work. There definitely seems to be room for improvement.
Whoa! Could you, warn me before one of your little out-of-context epiphanies? Patton!
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I got excited. I know that Virgil's room is the place I have to go in order to heighten my anxiety. I gotta think that your room is literally sunshine and rainbows.
Well, it's not quite like that.
Still, you're at the core of a lot of my happy feelings.
I'm at the core of a lot of your feelings. Maybe.
Okay, this is important. Thomas is putting this on him. I thought he was just putting it on himself, but I think it's a combination. And that little exchange right there of you're at the core of a lot of my happy feelings, no, I'm at the core of a lot of your feelings, is a really important clarification that Thomas is just completely ignoring. Because I think Thomas is kind of assuming Patton is good feelings, Virgil is bad feelings. But Virgil is just anxiety. Like in terms of major feelings and stuff that he represents. Patton is everything else. Patton is sadness, too. Like all of those things. And Thomas is just being like, obviously if I go to your corner of my mind, it's just gonna be sunshine and rainbows. And Patton's like, And Thomas is like, okay, let's go. I'm getting a little older, I think. This reminds me a little bit of, like, in addition to what I was just saying about Anna, of situations where someone just kind of decides that a specific altar is the right one to help with a specific situation based on a massive oversimplification of who they are and doesn't actually take into account anything that they say about themselves. Just being like, well, this is the caricature of you that I have made in my brain, so this is, like, this would be the perfect job for that caricature I've made of you, so obviously you're the one who should do this. And they're in the background saying, actually, that triggers me. That's not a good job for me. And you're just like, no, come on, you'll be perfect. Not very good communication. Listen to each other.
Oh.
Be going there and enhancing those happy feelings is what I need. Honestly, that does make sense. You should see it. Patton holds on to everything in the past that you've cherished. I mean, it is peak proud papa. Perfect.
Pardon?
Patton! I just thought I would hop aboard at the alliteration station. But seriously, my room is kind of a mess. I don't know if this is a good idea. Patton, don't you want to help Thomas move on?
Everybody's coercing him and not listening to Patton's subtle ways of saying no.
Yeah. Jade was suddenly right in my ear saying, this is an issue of consent. Talk about consent here. Because
Mm-hmm.
Patton is not good at saying no, and he is trying his darndest right now. And everybody's just, like, especially Logan right now, is saying, don't you want to help Thomas? Like, that's the absolute most pressuring thing you can say to Patton.
That's guilt tripping.
Mm-hmm. That's mean.
Yeah. It's guilt tripping.
Oh, man.
It's also passive aggressive.
Yeah, poor Patton. I'm wearing your shirt to help you.
Don't worry, they're probably going to force their way into his room anyway.
Or coerce him into agreeing.
Yeah, of course, I would love that, but
Good, then it's decided.
Okay.
Uh,
Another field trip!
Great.
Wait, did you see what I did there?
That was literally, of course I want to help, but I already heard everything I need to hear. You just agreed.
Yep.
Man.
My will and plan supersedes your thoughts and processes.
Mm-hmm.
Because clearly I know what's best to do because I'm logic. I'm the boss. You should listen to me because I know better.
I
La, la,
rephrased
la.
my question in a way that would force you to agree with me, and then took that as consent. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming too close to refusing to let us do the thing that we want to do. So I'm going to rephrase it in a way that you feel like you can't disagree with, and then not listen to anything else you say.
Did you see? I made it sound like I said field trip, but I said field trip. Field trip.
Yep, it was a good one. Very Romano cheesy.
Romano. Okay. Well, here's hoping that nickname doesn't last.
Please, Romano. Thomas, are you sure?
To Patton's room.
Thinking of happy thoughts. Here we go.
Luck be a lady tonight. Enough with the guys and dolls.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about everything. That's why we're doing this.
Okay.
Well,
Nice
if
close-up
this
on
is a bad
Thomas's eyes.
idea, if this is a bad idea and I'm already feeling bad,
Yep.
like, what could it hurt? That's
Uh-huh.
just self-destructive and also no self-preservation instinct at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I already feel like shit and want to die. What's the harm if I just go 150 down the highway? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
there's
call
lots
Jade
of
out.
reasons.
I'm gonna call
One-
Jade out on this one.
Jeez.
Okay, sorry.
One, there's the, you have other people with you. You're dragging everyone else along with you. It's not necessarily your car that you're driving, aka this is Patton's room, their personal private life.
Yeah.
You're just, none of this is okay.
Yeah. I gotta call Jade out on this one. With her consent. This is something that she does a lot of. Well, I'm already triggered, so the obvious thing to do is listen to a bunch of my trigger songs.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's usually some extra rationale in there. Like, I'll listen to a different genre of my trigger songs than the way I'm currently triggered to, like, somehow untrigger that trigger that already happened. But that, it does not have that effect.
Yep.
And just triggering herself more and more and more, and so she plays worse and worse and worse things. It's not like the official thing that we have asked her to do when that happens. But it is her instinct.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So yeah, this is a whole mess.
Whoa. I immediately have less bad feelings.
Wait a minute. This is nostalgia nirvana in here. Already feeling the sweet embrace of yesteryear.
Yeah! Oh, I'm so glad to have you all here. Oh, I don't know why I was so hesitant about it before. Hold on, gotta show you around the old patent palace.
So, this suddenly took on a new, dimension, which is Patton was specifically trying to say no while he could, knowing that he was about to be triggered into thinking it was the best idea ever.
I mean, partially, but there's also a trauma response of, well, since you're gonna go ahead with it anyway,
Yeah.
I'll just try to be in control of leading you around so you don't find anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't have thought about it that way.
Is that my glowworm? Look at how creepy it looks. Oh my goodness, look at all the memories you've got stored in this place, Patton. There seems to be a high concentration of items encompassing your education here, Thomas. Oh man. So many years of chemical engineering and science that you decided to flush down the metaphorical toilet. I forgot about everything I learned.
Ah, good times.
And hopefully more good times ahead. There's always time for you to abandon your current lifestyle and pursue a doctorate. Sweet Barbara Streisand, the show memories, the performances, the attempts at dancing we think went okay, but would prefer not to focus on. I can box step with the best of them, though. 5, 6, 7, 8. No need to demonstrate.
Oh, for crying out loud, are these all your old journal entries and stories that you wrote in middle school? These are so cringy. Why would they be here?
Because they're still Thomas's work, and it's very fun to look back on. No, don't be embarrassed, Virgil.
You really liked drawing yin-yangs on the margins of your notes.
That and houses. A little box, the roof, and 2 windows, and a door. All right, so we're here. Now we can let the reminiscing take place and get it out of the way. Who wants to start? Yeah, I think we've already started, Logan. Oh.
It's really adorable how oblivious he is sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could also read it as like a type of power play, though. Of we start when I say we start type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could definitely read that as a passive-aggressive way of saying, I hadn't said you could start yet. But I don't think that's what Logan was doing.
No, I just think they missed the signs because they... stuff, things, I can't brain.
It's okay.
Great. I don't know how this works. Hey, remember this? Is that the rainforest rap? Oh my stars, it is. Spitting bars, it is. Yoga from Star Trek.
That gets me so angry every time. Yoga from Star Trek. Sorry.
All right, turn it off. I don't want to copyright strike. All right, this is what inspired your interest in helping to preserve the rainforest, and then helping the environment, which in turn led to you pursuing chemical engineering in the first place.
It seriously all stemmed from that simple little tune.
What? Tropical rainforest? More like bopical rainforest. The song is a bop! It stuck with you so much, I can still recall it to this day. Welcome to the jungle.
It's so exciting,
exotic, mysterious, and we are inviting you on an adventure.
Stop, please. Too much. Embarrassing.
Ah, man, this takes me back. Hey, you remember this? My little hard-covered book, yes. Oh my goodness, wait, I talked about my imagination, all the things I could do with it, the things I could create. Oh my goodness, the memories. This is me electrifying my brother. Oh, all the accolades you racked up on the stage, the cheers, the laughs. Look, the first community theater award you ever received, a golden apple. You remember?
Yeah, oh my goodness, yes. I won Best Actor for playing Coco in Hot Mikado. One of the first times you were awarded for acting weird.
And more would follow. And therefore more faux golden fruit may await you if you continue to pursue your nonsense art of leaping around in front of everybody, shouting about things you've never experienced.
So, there are layers to that. Logan does a version of that a lot, of I'm gonna, congratulate you on that thing while also communicating that I think it's pointless and stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get more of that thing you really like for some inexplicable reason, even though it's just like a worthless thing that doesn't make any logical sense for you to care about at all. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, I bet this might bring you back. Okay, this is all very nice, but you guys gotta stop handing me things all at once, okay? I'm sorry. That is the smell of Christmas in a box! Yeah! The tree, the cookies, the eggnog that your parents made you. Oh, feels unhealthy. Oh, those memories were so thrilling and so mysterious. See, there's an annual event you have to look forward to. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's different now. I mean, as an adult, it's I don't know, it's not the same as when you're a kid. Well, that may be the case. However, old poems you wrote, you were trying so hard to be edgy. I feel like I'm an archaeologist that dug up an ancient cringe compilation. Look, I had a lot on my mind growing up, especially as a teenager. That you did. Constantly escaping into your mind to get away from real life, wondering when you were gonna start liking girls, creating these other worlds where things just made more sense.
You want to analyze that from a DID perspective?
I mean, oof. Yeah.
I'm just gonna escape into my brain and spend a lot of time there.
It's just a mind palace. It's a place that's concrete in my mind that I go to all the time. And there's certain memories stored there. You know, there's some other helpers around the area. You know, it progresses like a normal world would and updates as my mind does. That's totally normal, right?
And then when I
That's
decide to stop spending time
weird.
there for a little bit, it's been 4 days. Yup.
Yes, those were hectic and busy times for me. Oh, that's about the time that you upgraded from small nuisance to giant thorn in our side. And for a good reason. Yeah, it was a busy time for me too. I mean, the stakes were high. Thomas was really starting to develop as a person then. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's funny. So I might not have had Roman create half as many of the stories and worlds as he did without Virgil giving me reason to. That's weird. Well, fortunately, things make more sense now. Or rather, will make more sense in the future, right? I guess. I mean, that's the goal, right? Developing a clearer perspective? Somewhat, yes. Is that not what's happening? I'm not sure what's happening. I'll show you what's hibbity happening. Is that one of my pound puppies? Ah, chocolate! Boy, times were amazing back then. Some might say way better. Wait. It's just so sweet and good and pure and happy and wholesome and sweet and lovely, and I'm running out of things to say. Man, I miss all this. Oh man, remember when our outfits used to look like this? Wow, so embarrassing. Feels like only yesterday. We changed in the last video. Man, your room is awesome. Like, I don't know why you would want to leave it, ever. Like, heck, I don't want to leave my room half the time. What? Well, Thomas, looking back at these euphoric memories sure does inspire hope for the future, does it not? Yeah, sure. Look at this! I used to think this was the coolest thing. It has buttons. What? Get out. I know! Well, I know you're gonna flip out at this.
Logan's starting to get concerned.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's starting to be
Let's
like,
talk-
wait a second. I don't think this is having the desired effect. Charlie thinks I need a bath.
That's fair.
Or she thinks I need to grout, which is totally possible. Are you tasking? I don't need any help. I'm fine. She says, lying. I was just outing myself as a liar. Okay. One more.
Hot, crust, buns. Yep, this place does have it all. Oh, it sure does. Why is that even in there? But think of everything the future has in store.
Virgil, are you okay?
Oh my goodness, I remember this too! Oh my, the songs you used to put onto mix CDs and play in the car. I mean, Disney Mania much? I must have listened to Pink's first album like 100 times. Ah, of course. Thomas? It might not have been the best idea for you to come here. Such a foolish oversight on my part. You are a habitual worrier.
Yes, I think that we established that quite a long time ago, Specs.
Oh, is that bad for my room?
Well, I didn't think Thomas was too different from others, but anxiety almost always has a seat at the table whenever he makes any decisions, so I would say he worries more than what would be considered the norm.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain.
I know I told you that nostalgia can cause people to be more optimistic about their future, but for habitual worriers, nostalgia can have an adverse effect on their overall mood. It can sometimes cause them to look back on the past compared to the present period in their lives and cause them to ruminate even more on how their present situation pales in comparison. However incorrect that outlook may be, their anxiety worsens. Virgil, that's not happening, right?
No.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Come on, let's go. It's time to end this experiment.
Wait a minute, you can't go now. We haven't even started reminiscing about all the Broadway shows that he's seen. And all these old photos. Look at this.
They're right, Logan, we can't.
Again, they're ignoring, like, a consent issue and a safety issue for Virgil. He's not okay, he needs to stop, and they're not letting him. Also, for the way that Logan thinks, that is a pretty major oversight for him.
What is?
That this would be bad for Virgil. Like, I almost have to assume that he just wasn't thinking about Virgil at all.
Yeah, I understand that.
Anyway, almost done.
Can't leave now. There's still too much to look through. I don't understand this. What is the worth of memories if they don't spur you on to make new ones? I am familiar with this whole ordeal's origin, but it is in the past now, Thomas. It makes no sense
Logan,
to...
shh, it's fine, it's fine.
But if you would only heed...
Oh, hush, sub-astute teacher.
All of this because Patton can't let go of one person?
Logan, can you stop?
Please? You know what? Fine. If you don't want to listen to me, this is your issue to resolve. I am outie 50,000.
5,000?
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, do you guys remember the 5th season of Lost?
Can you pause? Oh, was that the end?
Well, there's an end card scene, but yeah.
Okay. So in response to being told no, Logan was just like, fine, threw a tantrum and stormed off.
Yep.
Because he wasn't being listened to, which is an ultimatum
Yes.
of sorts. And very, very controlling and manipulative. And it makes it feel like you aren't allowed to set boundaries or make your own choices. And Logan was the one who originally ignored consent to get in there.
Yeah.
And then when they tried to back out, it was already way too far into it, and
Yeah.
they put themselves in a position where they lost their consent rights because they intruded on someone else's life. It's like someone who pries too much on someone's personal life, and then that person trauma dumps on them because of it.
Yeah.
That person who trauma dumped is completely justified in doing so. Because they should never be in the position to have to do that if they don't want to.
Yeah.
And finally pushing someone to the point where they snap is not okay.
Exactly. End card.
Oh, do you remember the one time we did a cliffhanger? Yeah, that was 2 episodes ago.
Wait, what did you guys do?
Oh, he wasn't here for it. We left the video right at the dramatic climax. People were so confused and upset. It was wild, man.
That sounds awful.
Good thing we're not gonna do that again. Especially after just doing it. That would just be stupid.
We're doing that right now, aren't we?
Yes.
So, what do you think?
Of what?
The video.
What about it?
I don't know anything about it.
They have a lot of issues to work out. They have a lot of shit they need to deal with.
I agree. I agree. I don't think I have much more to say right now. Not until we do the reaction for part 2, because I want to make sure not to give anything away for Onyx who hasn't seen it before. So yeah, part 2 should be coming fairly soon.
Just blame it on me.
In
blame it on me.
In the meantime, if you haven't seen any of our other Sanders Sides reactions, there will be a playlist on the screen, as well as other reactions that we've done to stuff about DID mostly. And if you liked this video, you should go ahead and click the like button, and then you can subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the part 2. And
you're just ordering them around?
No, but it'd be really great if you did those things. I really like when you do. But it's up to you. Yeah, and I love when you guys leave comments too, so if you have thoughts on this one or on any of the other ones or questions or anything like that, comments is a good place to do it, or in the description box you'll find the link to our Discord server, which is another good place to do it. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye. I did great. It's fine.